Welcome to audiobook segment. Every story you'll hear is crafted from the ground up, written, produced, and narrated entirely by us. Nothing recycled, nothing repurposed, just original work made for this channel. So grab your headphones, settle in, and enjoy today's audiobook. Welcome to Overcoming Fear and Taking Action, a motivational audiobook designed to help you face your fears, take bold steps, and unlock your true potential. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe so you never miss future audiobooks focused on personal growth, courage, and success. Have you ever felt held back by fear? Maybe it's fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of the unknown. You're not alone. Everyone experiences fear. It's natural, but the difference between people who succeed and those who remain stuck is action. This audiobook will guide you step by step, showing you how to confront fear, build confidence, and take meaningful action toward your goals. We'll explore practical strategies to understand fear, manage doubt, and push past hesitation. You'll learn how to set challenges that stretch you, create habits that reinforce courage, and build the mindset necessary to stay consistent even when the path feels difficult. By the end of this audiobook, you'll have the tools and inspiration to turn fear into motivation, stop procrastination, and take bold, decisive action in your life. Now, let's dive into Chapter 1, where we start by understanding the roots of fear and why it holds us back. Chapter 1, Understanding Fear and Its Impact. Fear is a powerful emotion. It exists in all of us, and it has a purpose to protect us from danger. However, in modern life, fear often appears in ways that stop us from achieving our goals rather than keeping us safe. Fear can be subtle or overwhelming, and understanding it is the first step toward overcoming it. Fear usually begins in the mind. When you imagine a negative outcome, your body reacts as if the danger is real, your heart races, your muscles tense, and your thoughts focus on what might go wrong. This is called the fight or flight response, and it is an ancient survival mechanism. While it helped humans survive physical threats, in today's world, it often reacts to imagined threats, like failing an exam, giving a presentation, or starting a new venture. Fear affects decision-making. When fear takes control, it clouds judgment, limits creativity, and reduces confidence. People who allow fear to dominate often delay action, make excuses, or avoid opportunities altogether. Fear can stop even the most talented and capable individuals from reaching their potential. Understanding this impact helps you see why it's essential to confront fear instead of avoiding it. There are different types of fear. Fear of failure is one of the most common. This fear convinces you that making mistakes will ruin your life. Yet mistakes are essential for growth. Fear of judgment occurs when you worry about what others think of you, which can prevent you from sharing ideas or taking risks. Fear of the unknown happens when outcomes are uncertain, making it tempting to stay in comfort zones rather than pursue growth. Recognizing the type of fear you face is crucial for addressing it effectively. Fear often thrives in the absence of clarity. When you don't know your goals, your path, or the steps required, your mind exaggerates risks. This is why goal setting and planning are so important. They create a roadmap that reduces fear and increases confidence. Clarity turns vague anxieties into manageable challenges. Another factor is past experiences. Negative experiences can reinforce fear, making it more powerful over time. For example, failing at a task once may create hesitation in similar situations in the future. However, past experiences can also teach resilience. By reflecting on what went wrong and what you learned, fear can become a guide rather than a barrier. Fear affects your body as well as your mind. Stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol increase, which can lead to tension, fatigue, or avoidance behaviors. Learning to control physical reactions through breathing, mindfulness, or relaxation techniques allows you to stay calm and make better decisions even in fear-inducing situations. Importantly, fear is not entirely negative. It signals what matters to you. Your fears often point toward opportunities for growth and success. The challenge is to act despite fear, rather than waiting for it to disappear. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is taking action while afraid. Understanding fear also involves recognizing the stories you tell yourself. Self-doubt, negative predictions, and what-if scenarios amplify fear. Questioning these stories and replacing them with evidence-based thinking reduces their power. For example, instead of thinking, "I will fail," remind yourself of past successes, preparation, and the ability to learn from mistakes. Finally, fear can create procrastination and inaction. When you avoid what you fear, the cycle strengthens. Fear grows larger, and confidence shrinks. Taking small, deliberate steps toward fear-inducing tasks weakens its hold. Gradual exposure builds resilience and shows your mind that fear does not control you. In conclusion, fear is a natural and powerful emotion that can both protect and limit you. Its impact is seen in the mind, body, and behavior, influencing decisions, confidence, and action. By understanding its origins, types, and effects, you lay the groundwork for overcoming it. Recognizing that fear signals opportunities rather than threats allows you to act courageously and take control of your life. Understanding fear is the first step toward facing it, building confidence, and taking meaningful action toward your goals. Chapter 2. Taking action despite fear. Understanding fear is just the first step. The real transformation happens when you take action despite it. Fear will always be present in challenging situations, but your response determines whether it controls you or fuels your growth. Taking action while afraid is what separates successful individuals from those who remain stuck. The first principle of action is acknowledgement. Admit to yourself that fear exists. Denying it or pretending it's not there often gives it more power. Recognize what scares you, whether it's failure, judgment, or uncertainty. Awareness of fear allows you to plan and act deliberately rather than react impulsively or avoidantly. Small steps matter. You don't have to overcome fear all at once. Start with manageable actions that move you toward your goal. For example, if you fear public speaking, begin by practicing in front of a mirror, then to a friend, and gradually to a small group. Each step reduces fear's intensity and builds confidence. Incremental progress creates momentum, making larger actions more achievable. Preparation reduces fear. When you prepare thoroughly, your confidence grows. Research, practice, and rehearsal give you the tools to act effectively. Fear often stems from uncertainty and doubt. By knowing your plan, understanding potential challenges, and preparing responses, you minimize unknowns and increase the likelihood of success. Preparation transforms fear into a manageable signal rather than a paralyzing force. Reframe fear as energy. Fear triggers adrenaline and heightened alertness. Instead of seeing this as a negative, view it as a resource. Your body is ready to respond, and this energy can be redirected toward productive action. Many successful people describe fear as excitement. In disguise, by reframing, you convert fear from a barrier into motivation. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Often, fear comes from worrying about results. Instead of obsessing over success or failure, concentrate on what you can do right now. What is the next step? What action can you take in this moment? Shifting attention from outcome to process reduces anxiety and empowers action. Accountability strengthens action. Share your goals and fears with someone supportive, a friend, mentor, or coach. When others know your intentions, you are more likely to act consistently. Social accountability reduces hesitation, provides encouragement, and offers feedback that keeps you moving forward. Visualize success and obstacles. Imagining yourself successfully navigating a fear-inducing situation prepares your mind for real-life execution. Visualization reduces uncertainty, builds confidence, and programs your brain for effective action. Equally, anticipating potential obstacles and planning responses equips you to handle challenges without being overwhelmed by fear. Embrace discomfort as growth. Taking action despite fear often involves stepping outside your comfort zone. Growth occurs when you stretch yourself, face uncertainty, and do what feels uncomfortable. Each courageous step increases resilience, strengthens confidence, and expands your capabilities. Over time, actions that once seemed frightening become easier and even routine. Reflect on past successes. Recall times when you acted despite fear and achieved positive results. These memories remind you that fear does not define outcomes. Your past experiences are proof that courage is learned and that taking action leads to progress, even if results are not perfect. Develop a habit of courage. Action builds momentum. The more you consistently act despite fear, the stronger your courage becomes. Over time, fear diminishes in power as your brain associates challenges with capability rather than danger. Habitual courage becomes a natural part of your mindset, making future actions easier and more confident. Finally, remember that perfection is not required. Fear often arises from a desire to avoid mistakes. Taking imperfect action is far better than inaction. Mistakes provide lessons, experience, and growth. Every step taken, no matter how small or flawed, is progress. Courage is measured by movement, not flawless execution. In conclusion, taking action despite fear is the bridge between understanding and achievement. Acknowledge fear, start with small steps, prepare thoroughly, reframe energy, focus on process, use accountability, visualize outcomes, embrace discomfort, reflect on successes, and build a habit of courage. By acting in spite of fear, you grow stronger, more confident, and capable of achieving goals that once seemed impossible. Courage is cultivated through action, and every brave step moves you closer to the life you want to create. Chapter 3. The Power of Decision and Commitment. Taking action despite fear requires making strong, intentional decisions. Decision and commitment are the foundation of courage. Without a clear choice to act, fear can dominate, and opportunities pass by. Understanding the role of decision-making and commitment empowers you to move forward even when fear is present. A decision is more than a thought. It is a deliberate choice to take action. Many people think about change or improvement, but fail to make a true decision. Thinking is not enough. Decision requires clarity, certainty, and a willingness to act, even when discomfort is present. When you truly decide, you commit your energy, focus, and intention toward a goal. Commitment strengthens decisions. A decision without commitment is like starting a journey without a map. Commitment ensures you stay on course despite obstacles. It is a mental and emotional pledge to follow through. For example, committing to start a new habit or pursue a goal creates accountability within yourself. Even when fear arises, commitment drives you forward. Fear often appears strongest before a big decision. The mind warns of potential failure, embarrassment, or loss. A strong decision counteracts fear. When your decision is clear and your commitment firm, fear becomes a signal to prepare and act, rather than a reason to avoid action. Courage grows as decisions are reinforced by consistent effort. Clarity is key. When making decisions, define exactly what you want and why. Ambiguous goals create hesitation and doubt. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be healthier," specify, "I will exercise for 30 minutes 5 days a week and eat balanced meals." Clear decisions reduce uncertainty, increase focus, and make commitment easier to maintain. Decisions should align with values and purpose. Choosing actions that reflect your deeper beliefs and priorities strengthens motivation. When goals are meaningful, commitment feels natural, and fear loses its grip. Ask yourself, Why does this matter to me? The answer fuels action and provides a sense of direction when challenges arise. Breaking decisions into actionable steps helps manage fear. Big goals can feel overwhelming, but clear, small actions make them achievable. Each step completed reinforces commitment and reduces anxiety. This process transforms intimidating tasks into manageable, consistent actions. Accountability reinforces decision and commitment. Sharing your decision with a trusted person or group increases follow-through. Social accountability adds external pressure to act and encourages persistence. When others are aware of your choice, you are more likely to honor your commitment. Reevaluate and adjust when necessary. Commitment does not mean rigidity. Circumstances may change, and sometimes adjustments are needed. However, reevaluation should be intentional, not a way to escape discomfort or fear. True commitment involves flexibility with purpose. Visualizing commitment in action strengthens the mind. Imagine yourself acting despite fear, completing tasks, and achieving goals. Visualization programs your brain for success, reinforces your decision, and builds confidence. The mind begins to see action as possible, reducing hesitation and self-doubt. Fear often challenges your commitment. During tough moments, remind yourself of the decision you made and why it matters. Decisions are anchors in the storm of fear, guiding you forward even when emotions push you toward avoidance. Repetition of this process strengthens courage and perseverance. Finally, recognize that decision and commitment are skills. The more you practice making clear choices and sticking to them, the stronger your ability becomes. Each successful action, despite fear, reinforces your confidence and prepares you for bigger challenges. Decision and commitment are the engines that transform thought into meaningful results. In conclusion, the power of decision and commitment lies in clarity, alignment with values, actionable steps, accountability, visualization, and perseverance. Fear may attempt to derail you, but a firm decision and unwavering commitment enable consistent action. Courage is cultivated when you consistently choose to act, reinforcing your ability to overcome fear and achieve your goals. Every decision made and followed through strengthens your confidence and builds momentum toward the life you want to create. Chapter 4. Breaking through procrastination. Procrastination is one of the biggest obstacles to taking action, despite fear. It disguises itself as later or not now, and often makes small tasks feel overwhelming. Understanding why you procrastinate and learning strategies to overcome it is essential for achieving your goals and building momentum. The first reason people procrastinate is fear of failure. When you fear that your efforts will not succeed, it's tempting to delay action. Avoidance feels safer than risking mistakes. However, procrastination amplifies fear because it creates a cycle of inaction and guilt. Recognizing that fear is the root of procrastination allows you to address it directly. Another common reason is perfectionism. Perfectionists often delay starting tasks because they want conditions to be just right. Waiting for the perfect time, environment, or idea can result in never starting at all. The reality is that action rarely starts perfectly, but improvement comes from experience. Progress is more important than perfection. Decision paralysis is another factor. When faced with multiple options, it's easy to get stuck, analyzing possibilities instead of acting. Breaking tasks into clear, simple steps reduces decision fatigue and makes starting easier. For example, instead of thinking, "I need to write a report," focus on, "I will write the introduction paragraph first." Small, clear actions lead to momentum. Lack of clarity and planning often contributes to procrastination. Without a roadmap, tasks feel ambiguous and overwhelming. Planning your day, prioritizing tasks, and setting deadlines reduce uncertainty and provide structure. A clear plan makes starting less intimidating and allows you to focus on one step at a time. Overcoming procrastination requires small, deliberate steps. Begin with the easiest or most immediate action. This could be sending a short email, making a phone call, or writing a few sentences. Completing small tasks creates momentum and reduces mental resistance to bigger challenges. Momentum is one of the most effective tools against procrastination. Time management techniques also help break the cycle. Methods like the Pomodoro technique, where you work for 25 minutes and take a 5-minute break, encourage focused action. Scheduling specific times for tasks increases accountability and reduces the tendency to delay. Consistent routines make starting habitual rather than optional. Accountability is a powerful tool. Share your goals or deadlines with someone you trust. Knowing that someone else is aware of your commitment increases the likelihood of action. Accountability partners can provide encouragement, feedback, and gentle pressure to prevent procrastination. Reframe the task in your mind. Instead of seeing a task as difficult, focus on the benefits and the learning opportunity it provides. Ask yourself, what can I gain by starting now? Positive framing reduces resistance and motivates action. When the mind associates effort with growth rather than punishment, procrastination weakens. Remove distractions to make action easier. Distractions often fuel procrastination, offering an escape from fear or discomfort. Turn off notifications, create a clean workspace, and focus on one task at a time. A controlled environment encourages follow-through and reduces avoidance behaviors. Reward yourself for progress. Celebrate completing tasks, even small ones. Positive reinforcement encourages continued action and helps build momentum. Over time, taking action becomes associated with satisfaction rather than stress, reducing procrastination naturally. Finally, embrace imperfection and learning. Every step taken, even if flawed, moves you forward. Procrastination often stems from fear of doing something wrong. By focusing on learning and improvement instead of perfect execution, you break the cycle of delay and strengthen your confidence. In conclusion, procrastination is often a symptom of fear, perfectionism, or lack of clarity. By understanding the root cause, taking small deliberate steps, planning effectively, managing time, seeking accountability, removing distractions, and rewarding progress, you can break free from procrastination. Action becomes easier, fear loses control, and your path toward goals becomes clearer. Momentum, persistence, and courage grow each time you start, building habits that lead to long-term success. Chapter 5: Building Confidence to Take Action. Confidence is the fuel that powers action. Without it, fear and doubt can dominate, making even small steps seem impossible. Building confidence is not about being fearless. It's about believing in your ability to handle challenges and take steps forward despite fear. The first step in building confidence is self-awareness. Know your strengths, skills, and past achievements. Reflecting on successes, no matter how small, reinforces your belief that you are capable. Self-awareness also helps you identify areas for growth, creating a realistic perspective that balances humility with self-assurance. Taking small, consistent actions is one of the most effective ways to build confidence. Every time you act, even in the face of fear, you prove to yourself that you can handle challenges. Gradual successes accumulate, creating momentum and reinforcing a positive self-image. Confidence grows from doing, not just thinking. Preparation strengthens belief in yourself. Confidence often comes from knowing you are ready. Research, practice, and planning reduce uncertainty, giving you tools to handle obstacles. When you know what to do and anticipate challenges, fear diminishes and action becomes easier. Positive self-talk and mindset are essential for confidence. The way you speak to yourself shapes your beliefs and behavior. Replace thoughts like "I can't do this" with "I am capable of learning and improving." Positive internal dialogue reinforces action and reduces self-doubt. Mindset shapes how fear is experienced and how you respond. Visualization techniques can significantly boost confidence. Imagine yourself successfully completing tasks, facing challenges, and achieving goals. Visualization programs your mind for success, helping you approach real situations with a calm, prepared, and confident mindset. The brain responds to mental rehearsal similarly to physical practice. Learning from failure is critical. Confidence is not the absence of mistakes. It is the understanding that you can recover and grow from them. Each failure provides lessons, experience, and resilience. By reframing failure as a tool for improvement rather than a verdict of inadequacy, your confidence strengthens with every challenge faced. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Recognizing small achievements reinforces belief in your ability. Every step completed, even imperfectly, is proof that you are capable of action. Celebrating milestones creates positive reinforcement that motivates continued effort and builds lasting confidence. Surround yourself with supportive people. Positive social environments influence confidence. Encourage yourself by connecting with mentors, peers, or communities that inspire and support growth. Avoid negative influences that criticize or undermine your efforts. A supportive network strengthens belief in yourself and fosters courage to act. Step outside your comfort zone regularly. Confidence grows through experience. Facing new situations and challenges stretches your abilities and proves to yourself that you can handle uncertainty. Each successful step beyond comfort reinforces self-trust and diminishes fear's control. Maintain consistency and persistence. Confidence is strengthened through repeated action. Even on days when motivation is low, showing up and taking steps reinforces your capability. Over time, consistent effort creates a pattern of success, reinforcing the belief that you can achieve your goals. Finally, remember that confidence is built, not inherited. It develops through awareness, action, preparation, positive mindset, learning from failure, celebrating progress, supportive environments, stepping outside comfort zones, and consistent practice. Confidence empowers action, reduces fear, and creates momentum toward achieving your goals. In conclusion, building confidence is a dynamic process that grows with action and experience. By cultivating self-awareness, taking consistent steps, preparing thoroughly, practicing positive self-talk, visualizing success, learning from failure, celebrating achievements, surrounding yourself with support, stepping outside comfort zones, and maintaining persistence, you strengthen your ability to take action, despite fear. Confidence is the bridge between fear and achievement, enabling you to pursue your goals with courage and determination. Chapter 6. Mastering motivation and discipline. Motivation and discipline are two key forces that drive action. Motivation gets you started, while discipline ensures you keep going. Understanding the balance between them is essential for overcoming fear and achieving goals. Relying solely on motivation is risky because feelings fluctuate. Discipline creates consistency that outlasts temporary emotions. Motivation is the spark, the excitement or inspiration that prompts you to take action. It often comes from desire, vision, or external factors like encouragement from others. Motivation is powerful, but it is temporary. It can help you begin a task, but it cannot guarantee completion. Motivation alone is not enough to build habits or achieve long-term goals. Discipline, on the other hand, is the engine that sustains action. It is the ability to take the right steps even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is built through routine, structure, and commitment. It is the practice of showing up consistently, regardless of mood, energy level, or fear. Discipline transforms intention into results. One way to cultivate discipline is by creating daily routines. Habits reduce the need for constant decision-making and willpower. By embedding important actions into your day, you make them automatic. For example, exercising at the same time every morning or dedicating a set period to focused work reduces resistance and reinforces consistency. Set clear goals and intentions. Motivation is strengthened when you have a purpose. Define what you want and why it matters. Understanding the reason behind your actions creates a mental anchor that keeps you moving when motivation dips. Discipline allows you to follow through on these goals even during challenging moments. Break tasks into manageable steps. Large goals can be overwhelming, which reduces motivation and challenges discipline. Dividing goals into smaller, achievable actions creates a sense of progress and reinforces confidence. Each completed step strengthens your belief in your ability to succeed, fueling both motivation and discipline. Use external accountability. Sharing your goals with a mentor, friend, or accountability group increases commitment. Knowing that someone else is aware of your progress motivates consistent action and reinforces discipline. Accountability helps bridge the gap when personal motivation falters. Reward progress strategically. Motivation is boosted by positive reinforcement. Celebrate milestones and achievements to maintain enthusiasm. Rewards can be simple, like taking a short break, acknowledging progress, or noting achievements in a journal. Positive feedback reinforces consistent effort and strengthens both motivation and discipline. Learn to act despite low motivation. Waiting for the perfect feeling often results in procrastination. Discipline trains you to start and persist even when enthusiasm is low. Over time, consistent action creates momentum, which in turn boosts motivation naturally. Action often precedes feeling, not the other way around. Mindset matters. Viewing challenges as opportunities for growth enhances motivation and discipline. Fear, failure, or setbacks are part of the process, not reasons to quit. A growth mindset encourages perseverance and reinforces the belief that effort leads to improvement and results. Track your progress. Monitoring achievements provides tangible evidence of effort and reinforces discipline. Journaling, habit trackers, or digital apps can help you visualize your consistency. Seeing progress motivates further action and strengthens your resolve to continue. Finally, understand that motivation and discipline complement each other. Motivation provides the initial spark, inspiration, and vision, while discipline sustains consistent action and builds habits. Together they enable you to overcome fear, take action, and achieve meaningful goals. In conclusion, mastering motivation and discipline is essential for long-term success. By creating routines, setting clear goals, breaking tasks into steps, seeking accountability, rewarding progress, acting despite low motivation, cultivating a growth mindset, and tracking achievements, you build the habits and mindset required to persist. Discipline ensures consistency, motivation fuels energy, and together they empower you to act courageously and accomplish your goals, even in the face of fear. Chapter 7. Staying consistent through challenges. Consistency is one of the most important factors in achieving long-term goals. It is the bridge between initial action and lasting success. Challenges, obstacles, and setbacks are inevitable, but maintaining consistent effort is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. The first step to staying consistent is clarity of purpose. Know exactly what you are working toward and why it matters. When your goals are meaningful, they provide a reason to continue even when difficulties arise. Clarity strengthens focus and reduces the likelihood of giving in to distractions or fear. Develop routines and habits. Habits make consistency easier because actions become automatic. For example, exercising at the same time every day or setting a fixed study schedule reduces reliance on motivation. Habits act as the engine of consistency, allowing you to continue even when you feel tired or uninspired. Break large goals into manageable steps. Challenges often feel overwhelming, leading to hesitation or procrastination. By dividing your goals into smaller, actionable tasks, you create a series of achievable steps that build momentum. Each completed step reinforces progress, making consistency easier to maintain. Prepare for obstacles in advance. Challenges are inevitable, but planning for them reduces their impact. Anticipate difficulties and create strategies to overcome them. For example, if you know a busy day might interfere with exercise, schedule a shorter session or plan a home workout. Preparation ensures that temporary setbacks don't derail your progress. Use accountability systems. Sharing your goals and progress with someone supportive increases commitment. Accountability provides external motivation and encourages you to stay consistent, even when internal motivation wanes. Check-ins with a friend, mentor, or accountability group can make a significant difference. Focus on progress, not perfection. Consistency does not require flawless performance. Missing a day or making mistakes does not erase progress. What matters is returning to the routine and continuing to act. Forgiving yourself for small lapses prevents discouragement and keeps your efforts sustainable. Reinforce consistency with rewards. Positive reinforcement strengthens habits and encourages continued effort. Celebrating small milestones or acknowledging progress creates motivation to maintain consistency. Rewards don't need to be large. Recognizing achievements and feeling satisfaction from action is often enough. Stay flexible and adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and rigid routines can lead to frustration. Adapt your actions to changing circumstances while keeping your goals in mind. Flexibility allows you to maintain consistency even when external factors shift. The key is to continue moving forward, not to abandon progress entirely. Mindset plays a critical role, viewing challenges as opportunities to grow rather than obstacles to avoid enhances resilience. A growth mindset encourages learning from setbacks and reinforces the belief that effort leads to improvement. Resilient thinking strengthens consistency and prevents fear from controlling your actions. Track your efforts and results. Keeping a record of actions and progress reinforces commitment. Visual tracking, journaling, or habit apps provide tangible evidence of consistency. Seeing cumulative progress motivates continued effort and builds confidence in your ability to overcome challenges. Finally, recognize that consistency compounds over time. Small, repeated actions accumulate into significant results. Even modest efforts, when maintained consistently, create long-term impact. The key is persistence, staying committed, showing up daily, and acting even when it feels difficult. In conclusion, staying consistent through challenges is about clarity, routines, manageable steps, preparation, accountability, focus on progress, rewards, flexibility, mindset, and tracking. Challenges will arise, but consistent action ensures that fear, obstacles, and setbacks do not prevent you from achieving your goals. Over time, your commitment, resilience, and perseverance compound, creating meaningful progress and lasting success. Chapter 8. Tracking progress and celebrating wins. Taking action and staying consistent are essential, but tracking your progress and celebrating achievements is what keeps motivation alive. Without reflection, it's easy to feel stuck, lose momentum, or underestimate your growth. By monitoring progress and recognizing wins, you reinforce positive habits, maintain momentum, and strengthen your confidence. The first step is setting measurable goals. Clear and specific goals make tracking possible. Instead of vague goals like get better at public speaking, define measurable outcomes, such as deliver 3 practice speeches per week. When your objectives are measurable, it becomes easy to monitor progress and see improvement. Use tools to track progress. Journals, habit trackers, apps, or spreadsheets allow you to record actions, successes, and challenges. These tools provide a visual representation of effort and results, creating a sense of accomplishment. Recording small wins consistently reminds you that every step counts. Reflect regularly. Set aside time to review progress daily, weekly, or monthly. Reflection helps identify patterns, recognize achievements, and adjust strategies if necessary. Asking questions like, "What went well?" and "What can I improve?" provides insights that strengthen future actions and reinforces learning. Celebrate small wins. Achieving big goals often requires long-term effort, and progress can feel slow. Recognizing small victories keeps motivation high and reinforces the behavior that leads to success. Celebrations don't need to be extravagant. They can be as simple as acknowledging your effort, enjoying a moment of satisfaction, or sharing achievements with a supportive friend. Use milestones as motivation. Breaking long-term goals into smaller milestones creates multiple points of accomplishment along the way. Each milestone achieved boosts confidence, reinforces discipline, and encourages continued action. This approach also makes large challenges less intimidating, as you focus on achievable steps rather than the entire journey. Visual progress boosts confidence. Seeing tangible evidence of growth, like completed tasks, streaks, or charts, provides psychological reinforcement. Visual representation turns abstract goals into real achievements and reminds you that consistent effort produces results over time. Learn from setbacks. Tracking progress is not just about celebrating wins, it's also about recognizing areas for improvement. Setbacks are opportunities to learn and refine your approach. By analyzing what didn't work and making adjustments, you strengthen your strategy and reduce fear of failure in future attempts. Balance internal and external recognition. While self-reflection is vital, sharing achievements with others can also enhance motivation. Supportive feedback from mentors, peers, or friends reinforces effort, validates progress, and encourages continued commitment. Acknowledgement from others adds another layer of accountability and encouragement. Reward consistency, not just results. Focusing solely on outcomes can lead to disappointment if progress is slower than expected. Instead, celebrate consistent action. Rewarding your effort reinforces the habit itself, making success more sustainable in the long term. Track both qualitative and quantitative progress. Numbers are important, but also consider personal growth, skills development, and mindset improvements. Not every win can be measured numerically, yet these qualitative changes often have a profound impact on your ability to take action and overcome fear. Finally, remember that celebration reinforces courage. When you recognize progress and reward effort, fear diminishes, confidence grows, motivation strengthens, and consistency becomes easier. Tracking progress and celebrating wins are not just rewards. They are tools that empower you to act courageously and build momentum toward meaningful goals. In conclusion, tracking progress and celebrating wins involves measurable goals, tools for monitoring, regular reflection, recognition of small victories, milestone motivation, visual evidence, learning from setbacks, balancing internal engagement, rewarding consistency, and considering qualitative growth. By applying these principles, you maintain motivation, reinforce habits, and strengthen confidence, making it easier to continue taking action despite fear. Chapter 9: Reward Systems and Habit Reinforcement. Taking action consistently requires more than motivation. It requires reinforcing the behaviors that lead to success. Reward systems and habit reinforcement are powerful tools that help you maintain focus, build discipline, and turn courageous action into lasting habits. Understanding how to use these systems effectively can transform fear into consistent progress. The role of rewards is simple. The brain responds positively to reinforcement. Every time you experience a reward after an action, your brain associates the behavior with positive outcomes. This connection strengthens habits and increases the likelihood that the behavior will be repeated. Rewards can be tangible, like a small treat, or intangible, like acknowledging your effort or feeling satisfied with progress. Identify meaningful rewards. Not all rewards are equally effective. The most powerful rewards are those that genuinely motivate you. For example, if you value free time, allow yourself a short break after completing a challenging task. If achievement motivates you, acknowledge your success by noting progress in a journal or sharing it with a friend. Rewards should align with what matters to you personally. Immediate rewards are most effective. The brain responds best when the reward follows the action closely. Delaying reinforcement reduces the connection between behavior and positive outcome, making it harder to form strong habits. For instance, Finishing a small task and immediately celebrating it strengthens the habit far more than waiting for a distant milestone. Use intrinsic and extrinsic rewards together. Intrinsic rewards come from personal satisfaction and internal motivation, such as pride in completing a task. Extrinsic rewards come from outside sources, like recognition, treats or privileges. Combining both types reinforces habit formation and creates a balanced approach that maintains motivation even when external rewards are unavailable. Reinforce positive behavior consistently. Habits form through repeated action and reinforcement. Each time you act despite fear and reward yourself, the behavior becomes more automatic. Consistency is key. Sporadic reinforcement is less effective and may fail to establish lasting habits. Break larger goals into micro-habits. Big goals can feel overwhelming, and delayed gratification may reduce motivation. Micro-habits, small, manageable actions, allow frequent reinforcement. For example, instead of aiming to write a 5,000-word report in one session, set a goal to write 200 words and reward yourself immediately afterward. These small wins build momentum and strengthen habits. Track and measure rewards. Keeping a record of both actions and rewards enhances habit reinforcement. Visual trackers, charts, or journals help you see patterns, progress, and the connection between effort and reward. This awareness boosts motivation and reinforces positive behavior. Avoid over-reliance on external rewards. While rewards are helpful, true habit formation comes from internalizing motivation and valuing the action itself. Over time, intrinsic satisfaction, such as pride, confidence, and accomplishment, becomes the primary driver of consistent action. External rewards are stepping stones, not the ultimate goal. Use rewards to counteract fear and discomfort. Fear often makes tasks feel unpleasant, which reduces the likelihood of action. Rewarding yourself after facing a fear-inducing challenge reinforces courage and demonstrates that discomfort can lead to positive outcomes. This approach gradually decreases fear's power and strengthens resilience. Reflect on progress and celebrate milestones. Beyond immediate rewards, acknowledging longer-term achievements reinforces commitment and motivates continued action. Celebrating milestones, such as completing a difficult project or maintaining a streak of consistent effort, strengthens habit formation and provides evidence of growth. Finally, recognize that habit reinforcement transforms action into automatic behavior. When courage and consistency are reinforced through meaningful rewards, fear diminishes, confidence grows, and progress becomes sustainable. Reward systems are not indulgences, they are essential tools for building the habits that enable long-term success. In conclusion, effective reward systems and habit reinforcement involve identifying meaningful rewards, providing immediate reinforcement, combining intrinsic and extrinsic rewards, maintaining consistency, breaking goals into micro-habits, tracking progress, avoiding over-reliance on external rewards, using reinforcement to counter fear, and celebrating milestones. By applying these principles, you strengthen habits, maintain motivation, and create a system that supports courageous action and achievement. Chapter 10: Overcoming Obstacles to Habit Formation. Forming new habits is not always easy. Fear, distractions, lack of motivation, and setbacks can make it challenging to create consistent routines. Understanding common obstacles and learning strategies to overcome them is essential for turning courageous actions into lasting habits. The first obstacle is fear of failure. Fear often prevents you from starting a new habit, worrying that you will fail or perform poorly. To overcome this, focus on small, manageable actions rather than aiming for perfection. Remember that mistakes and setbacks are part of the learning process and do not define your ability to succeed. Lack of clarity is another challenge. If you are not clear about your goals or the steps required to achieve them, habits become difficult to establish. Define specific, measurable, and achievable actions. For example, instead of saying, "I want to read more," decide, I will read 10 pages every day at 8 p.m. Clarity reduces hesitation and reinforces commitment. Overwhelm and complexity often discourage habit formation. Large or complicated goals can feel intimidating, causing procrastination or avoidance. Breaking tasks into smaller, actionable steps makes progress more manageable. Micro-habits, small daily actions, create momentum and reduce mental resistance. Inconsistency and lack of routine are common obstacles. Habits require regular practice to become automatic. Skipping days or delaying actions weakens habit formation. Establish routines, set fixed times for new behaviors, and minimize reliance on motivation alone. Consistency is the key to making habits stick. Distractions and environment can derail habit formation. External stimuli like phones, social media, or a cluttered workspace reduce focus and interfere with consistent action. Design your environment to support habits. Remove distractions, create dedicated spaces for tasks, and make the desired behavior as easy as possible to perform. Self-doubt and negative self-talk undermine habit formation. Thoughts like "I can't do this" or "I'm not good enough" create mental barriers. Counteract self-doubt with positive affirmations, reflection on past successes, and evidence of capability. Reframing challenges as opportunities rather than threats reduces fear and strengthens persistence. Unrealistic expectations are another challenge. Expecting rapid results can lead to frustration and abandonment of new habits. Understand that meaningful change takes time and patience. Focus on consistent effort rather than immediate perfection. Celebrate small wins along the way to reinforce progress. Lack of accountability often weakens commitment. Sharing your goals with someone supportive, a friend, mentor, or community, creates external motivation and encourages persistence. Accountability reduces avoidance and provides encouragement during challenging moments. Emotional ups and downs also impact habit formation. Stress, fatigue, or negative emotions can interfere with consistency. Build resilience by acknowledging emotions, practicing self-care, and creating habits that are flexible yet consistent. Habits should adapt to life's fluctuations without abandoning commitment. Reward and reinforcement gaps can stall habit formation. If actions are not reinforced or celebrated, motivation decreases. Establish meaningful rewards, both intrinsic and extrinsic, to strengthen positive behaviors. Immediate recognition of effort and progress helps solidify new habits. Finally, understand that obstacles are part of the process. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and strengthen your commitment. Persistence despite obstacles builds resilience, reduces fear, and makes habit formation sustainable. Each step forward, no matter how small, reinforces your ability to act courageously and consistently. In conclusion, overcoming obstacles to habit formation involves addressing fear of failure, achieving clarity, breaking tasks into manageable steps, maintaining consistency, designing supportive environments, countering self-doubt, managing expectations, using accountability, handling emotional fluctuations, and reinforcing progress with rewards. By applying these strategies, you create habits that endure, transform fear into action, and lay the foundation for long-term success. Chapter 11: Cultivating Resilience Through Action. Resilience is the ability to recover from setbacks, adapt to challenges, and continue moving toward your goals. It is not something you are born with, it is cultivated through action. Taking steps despite fear, failure, or discomfort strengthens your mental and emotional capacity to handle life's difficulties. The first step in building resilience is acknowledging challenges. Life will always present obstacles, whether they are personal, professional, or emotional. Accepting that difficulties are part of growth reduces resistance and prepares you mentally for action. Denial or avoidance only allows fear to gain control. Taking deliberate action despite fear is essential for resilience. Every time you confront a fear-inducing task or step outside your comfort zone, you reinforce your ability to handle challenges. Courage is strengthened not by the absence of fear, but by consistent action in the presence of it. Each act of bravery builds resilience for future situations. Develop a growth mindset. View setbacks and failures as opportunities to learn rather than as evidence of inadequacy. When you interpret challenges as lessons, your ability to adapt and persist increases. A growth mindset encourages experimentation, reflection, and improvement, all of which strengthen resilience. Focus on what you can control. Many situations include elements beyond your influence, and worrying about them only drains energy. Identify the actions within your control and invest effort there. Resilient people direct their energy toward productive steps rather than ruminating on uncontrollable outcomes. Break challenges into manageable steps. Large problems can feel overwhelming, creating paralysis or avoidance. Divide challenges into smaller, achievable actions. Completing these smaller tasks builds momentum, reduces fear, and reinforces your capacity to overcome difficulties. Incremental progress strengthens confidence and resilience. Learn from setbacks. When things go wrong, reflect on what happened and why. Ask, what can I do differently next time? Or what lesson can I take from this experience? Reflection transforms mistakes into knowledge and strengthens your ability to handle future challenges. Resilient individuals do not see failure as the end. They see it as feedback. Build a supportive environment. Surround yourself with people who encourage growth, provide guidance, and offer perspective during challenges. A supportive network reinforces resilience by offering advice, emotional support, and accountability. Connection with others can buffer the impact of stress and fear. Maintain consistent habits. Daily routines, small actions, and deliberate practices reinforce resilience. Consistency builds momentum, reduces stress, and strengthens your ability to act under pressure. Habits become the foundation that supports courageous and resilient behavior. Practice self-care and emotional regulation. Physical health, rest, nutrition, and mindfulness all contribute to resilience. Managing emotions through reflection, meditation, or journaling helps you stay calm and make better decisions during difficult times. Emotional awareness strengthens your ability to respond rather than react impulsively. Celebrate progress and recognize effort. Acknowledging growth, even in small increments, reinforces the belief that you are capable. Celebrating effort, not just results, creates a sense of accomplishment and strengthens resilience. Positive reinforcement makes facing future challenges easier and more sustainable. Finally, remember that resilience is cultivated through repeated action. Each time you face fear, take a step forward, and recover from setbacks, you become stronger. Courage, consistency, reflection, and support all contribute to building resilience. The more you practice, the more naturally resilience becomes part of your mindset, enabling you to navigate life's challenges with confidence and perseverance. In conclusion, cultivating resilience through action involves acknowledging challenges, confronting fear, adopting a growth mindset, focusing on controllable actions, breaking challenges into steps, learning from setbacks, building supportive environments, maintaining consistent habits, practicing self-care, and celebrating progress. Through deliberate practice, you strengthen your ability to adapt, persist, and thrive, transforming fear into action and setbacks into opportunities for growth. Chapter 12: Maintaining Focus in a Distracted World. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. From social media notifications to constant emails, the modern environment is designed to fragment attention. Maintaining focus is essential for taking action, overcoming fear, and achieving meaningful goals. Focus allows you to channel energy efficiently, accomplish tasks, and develop discipline over time. The first step in maintaining focus is awareness of distractions. Recognize what pulls your attention away from important tasks. Common distractions include smartphones, television, background noise, multitasking, and even intrusive thoughts. By identifying these distractions, you can take deliberate steps to minimize their impact. Create a distraction-free environment. Design your workspace to support concentration. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Organize your space and establish clear boundaries for work and relaxation. A clean and structured environment reduces cognitive load, allowing your brain to dedicate energy to focused action. Set clear priorities. Not all tasks are equally important. Identify high-priority tasks and focus on them first. Use tools like to-do lists, time blocking, or goal-setting frameworks to allocate attention efficiently. Prioritization ensures that your energy is spent on actions that have the most significant impact. Use time management techniques. Methods like the Pomodoro technique, where you work for 25 minutes and take a 5-minute break, can improve focus and reduce mental fatigue. Structured work intervals encourage sustained attention while allowing periodic rest, preventing burnout, and maintaining productivity over longer periods. Practice single tasking. Multitasking may feel productive, but it often reduces efficiency and increases stress. Focus on completing one task at a time before moving to the next. Single tasking enhances cognitive performance, reduces mistakes, and reinforces discipline. Train your mind through mindfulness. Mindfulness exercises, such as meditation or conscious breathing, improve attention control and reduce mental wandering. Regular practice strengthens the ability to concentrate even in environments with distractions. Mindfulness helps you stay present and fully engage with the task at hand. Break tasks into manageable segments. Large projects can feel overwhelming and tempt you to procrastinate. Dividing work into smaller, actionable steps allows you to focus on immediate tasks without being distracted by the bigger picture. Completing these segments creates momentum and reinforces a sense of achievement. Establish routines and rituals. Consistent routines signal to your brain when it's time to focus. Daily rituals, such as starting work at the same time or using specific preparatory activities, prime your mind for concentration. Habits reduce the need for decision-making and make focused action more automatic. Manage energy, not just time. Focus requires mental and physical energy. Ensure adequate rest, nutrition, and movement to sustain concentration. Recognize periods of peak energy and allocate demanding tasks to these times for optimal performance. Reduce internal distractions. Negative thoughts, self-doubt, or overthinking can pull attention away from action. Use techniques such as journaling, positive self-talk, and reflection to manage internal noise. A calm, structured mind enhances focus and reduces fear-based hesitation. Finally, remember that focus is a skill developed through practice. Consistent effort, discipline, and mindfulness strengthen attention over time. By minimizing distractions, prioritizing tasks, using structured techniques, maintaining routines, and managing energy, you create the conditions for sustained focus. Focus amplifies your ability to take action, overcome fear, and achieve meaningful goals. In conclusion, maintaining focus in a distracted world involves awareness of distractions, creating a supportive environment, prioritizing tasks, managing time effectively, single tasking, practicing mindfulness, breaking tasks into segments, establishing routines, managing energy, and reducing internal distractions. By cultivating focus, you strengthen your ability to act courageously, remain disciplined, and achieve success despite the noise and interruptions of modern life. Chapter 13. Leveraging support systems for success. Success is rarely achieved alone. Support systems, friends, family, mentors, and communities play a critical role in helping you overcome fear, take consistent action, and maintain motivation. Learning how to leverage these systems effectively can accelerate growth and make challenges easier to navigate. The first step is identifying your support network. Recognize the people in your life who can provide encouragement, guidance, and accountability. Support systems include mentors who offer experience, peers who provide motivation, family members who encourage persistence, and communities that share similar goals. Understanding who can assist you in different ways is essential. Communicate your goals clearly. Support systems are most effective when others understand what you are trying to achieve. Share your objectives, the steps you plan to take, and the challenges you face. Clear communication allows others to offer relevant advice, encouragement, and feedback that strengthens your progress. Seek mentorship and guidance. Mentors provide insights, advice, and experience that can help you navigate obstacles and avoid common mistakes. Learning from someone who has already achieved similar goals reduces trial and error, accelerates growth, and builds confidence. Mentorship also provides perspective during moments of fear or doubt. Use accountability to maintain consistency. Sharing your goals with supportive individuals increases commitment. Knowing that someone else is tracking your progress creates external pressure to act and discourages procrastination. Accountability partners can check in, provide feedback, and celebrate milestones, reinforcing motivation and discipline. Surround yourself with positivity. The people around you influence your mindset and habits. Supportive, motivated, and growth-oriented individuals inspire similar behavior in you. Conversely, negative or critical influences can drain energy and increase fear. Choose relationships that reinforce courage, persistence, and constructive action. Collaborate and share experiences. Engaging with peers or communities who share similar objectives creates opportunities for learning, problem-solving, and mutual encouragement. Collaboration provides insights you may not have considered and reinforces that challenges are part of a shared journey rather than a personal failure. Provide support in return. Relationships are reciprocal, offering encouragement, advice, or accountability to others strengthens your own commitment and fosters a sense of shared purpose. Helping others also reinforces your knowledge, confidence, and resilience. Leverage technology for support. Online communities, forums, and networking platforms can provide additional guidance, inspiration, and accountability. Virtual mentors, discussion groups, and goal-tracking apps connect you with resources that reinforce action and provide encouragement even when physical support is limited. Recognize and accept constructive criticism. Feedback, even when critical, can help you improve and avoid stagnation. Support systems are most valuable when they challenge you to grow while offering guidance and encouragement. Learning to receive feedback positively strengthens your resilience and ability to act effectively. Finally, understand that support systems amplify your efforts. They provide emotional encouragement, practical advice, accountability, and motivation. Leveraging support does not replace personal responsibility, but enhances your capacity to act, overcome fear, and maintain consistency. Support systems create a network that reinforces courage, action, and sustained progress. In conclusion, leveraging support systems for success involves identifying a network of mentors, peers, family, and communities, communicating goals clearly, seeking guidance, maintaining accountability, surrounding yourself with positivity, collaborating and sharing experiences, providing worth in return, using technology, and embracing constructive feedback. By effectively utilizing these systems, you strengthen your ability to act courageously, remain disciplined, and achieve meaningful results more efficiently. Chapter 14. Staying motivated during setbacks. Setbacks are inevitable in any journey toward meaningful goals. Fear, disappointment, and frustration often arise when progress slows or obstacles appear. Staying motivated during these moments is essential to maintain action, build resilience, and achieve long-term success. The first step is accepting setbacks as part of the process. Everyone experiences challenges, and failure is not a reflection of inadequacy. Reframing setbacks as opportunities to learn rather than as defeats shifts your mindset. Acceptance reduces negative emotions and prepares you to take constructive action. Reflect on the cause of the setback. Take time to analyze what went wrong and why. Ask questions like, what factors contributed to this challenge? And what can I do differently next time? Reflection transforms disappointment into actionable insight, helping you adjust strategies and avoid repeating mistakes. Reconnect with your why. Remember why you started in the first place. Revisiting the purpose behind your goals reignites motivation and provides clarity on why consistent effort matters. Purpose-driven action creates energy and determination, even in the face of obstacles. Break down tasks into smaller steps. Setbacks can make goals feel overwhelming, which reduces motivation. Focus on small, manageable actions that move you forward. Completing these steps creates momentum, reinforces confidence, and diminishes fear of failure. Use positive self-talk. Words shape thought and action. Replace discouraging thoughts with empowering statements like, I am capable of overcoming this, or every step forward counts. Positive internal dialogue strengthens motivation and resilience. Celebrate progress, not just results. Even when goals are delayed or setbacks occur, acknowledge achievements along the way. Recognizing small victories maintains momentum and reinforces that effort matters, regardless of immediate outcomes. Seek support from others. Sharing challenges with mentors, friends, or supportive communities provides encouragement and perspective. External support reminds you that setbacks are normal, offers advice for moving forward, and strengthens accountability. Visualize success beyond the setback. Imagine completing your goal, overcoming obstacles, and achieving your desired outcome. Visualization strengthens belief, increases motivation, and reduces fear, making it easier to take the next step despite challenges. Maintain consistent habits, even when progress feels slow. Continue daily routines and structured actions. Consistency reinforces discipline, prevents stagnation, and builds resilience. Over time, repeated effort outweighs temporary setbacks, moving you closer to success. Learn and adapt continuously. Every setback provides valuable lessons. Use the experience to refine strategies, improve skills, and enhance problem-solving abilities. Adaptability increases confidence and reduces fear of future challenges, creating a cycle of growth and progress. Finally, remember that motivation is fueled by persistence. Setbacks do not define your potential. Your response does by accepting challenges, reflecting on causes, reconnecting with purpose, breaking tasks into steps, practicing positive self-talk, celebrating progress, seeking support, visualizing success, maintaining habits, and learning from experience. You maintain motivation through adversity. In conclusion, staying motivated during setbacks involves acceptance, reflection, reconnecting with purpose, small actionable steps, positive self-talk, celebrating progress, support systems, visualization, consistency, and continuous learning. By embracing these strategies, you transform obstacles into opportunities, maintain action despite fear, and strengthen the path toward achieving meaningful goals.
Chapter 15, Sustaining Long-Term Success.
Achieving success is important, but sustaining it over the long term is what truly defines growth. Long-term success requires consistent action, resilience, focus, and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. It is the combination of habits, mindset, and discipline that ensures your achievements are not temporary, but lasting. The first key to sustaining success is habit consistency. Habits are the foundation of long-term achievement. Daily routines and repeated actions, even small ones, compound over time. What may seem like a minor effort today can produce significant results in the future. Consistency transforms efforts into lasting outcomes. Continue setting goals. Long-term success is fueled by continuous growth. Setting new goals keeps you motivated, provides direction, and prevents complacency. Review your progress regularly and adjust your objectives to match evolving aspirations. Goals act as a roadmap, guiding consistent effort over time. Adaptability is crucial. Life is unpredictable and circumstances change. The ability to adjust strategies, habits, and mindset allows you to navigate challenges without losing momentum. Adaptable individuals maintain progress despite setbacks, ensuring that temporary obstacles do not derail long-term success. Maintain focus and discipline. Focused attention on priorities ensures that your energy is directed toward meaningful actions. Discipline keeps you moving forward, even when motivation fluctuates or when faced with difficulties. By protecting your time and energy, you reinforce the actions that sustain success. Leverage support systems continually. Relationships, mentorship, and communities remain vital for long-term success. Support systems provide guidance, feedback, and encouragement, helping you navigate challenges, maintain accountability, and stay motivated. Engaging with supportive networks enhances growth and prevents stagnation. Reflect and learn continuously. Long-term success requires regular reflection. Assess achievements, challenges, and strategies periodically. Continuous learning ensures that you evolve, improve, and refine your approach. Reflection prevents repetition of mistakes and maximizes the effectiveness of your efforts. Celebrate milestones and progress. Recognizing achievements along the journey reinforces motivation and commitment. Celebrations do not only mark endpoints, they acknowledge consistent effort and growth. Positive reinforcement strengthens habits and encourages sustained action. Manage energy and well-being. Sustaining success requires physical, mental, and emotional balance. Adequate rest, nutrition, exercise, and mindfulness support sustained focus and resilience. Neglecting well-being can undermine progress, while intentional care enhances your ability to perform consistently over time. Embrace a growth mindset. Long-term achievers understand that learning never ends. Challenges, failures, and feedback are opportunities for improvement. A growth mindset fosters resilience, adaptability, and continuous development, ensuring that success is not fleeting but expanding. Plan for longevity. Consider not just immediate goals, but the systems, habits, and strategies that will maintain your achievements. Build routines that are sustainable, establish accountability, and maintain practices that support consistent effort. Planning for the long term ensures that success endures beyond initial accomplishments. Finally, understand that long-term success is a journey, not a destination. It is the cumulative result of consistent action, disciplined habits, resilience, focus, reflection, support, and growth. Each step forward, every habit reinforced, and every lesson learned contributes to lasting achievement. By approaching success as an ongoing process, you ensure that your accomplishments remain meaningful and sustainable. In conclusion, sustaining long-term success involves habit consistency, continuous goal setting, adaptability, focus, discipline, leveraging support systems, ongoing reflection, celebrating progress, managing well-being, embracing a growth mindset, and strategic planning. By integrating these principles, you transform short-term victories into enduring achievement, maintain courage in the face of challenges, and create a life of continuous growth and meaningful results.